Hello there, it's cute to have you here. I'm the Last Mixer, and welcome back to another Second Extinction video that I did not plan in the slightest. But here we are, because the devs for said game, very, very dead game, they released a love letter. And you'll see why I'm using quotation marks both in the title and in this video just now. Because it's so strange. So yeah, let's just go through this and read this love letter and see what the devs have to say about their game. Dearest Extinction Elites, and dearest. By now we're sure you've all read our latest blog post about the fact that Second Extinction will be exiting early access after all. We're sorry to have made you wait for so long, but we needed to explore all available courses of action first. The decision to not continue development I was about to say they were going to continue development, that's just me wishing things were different. It was not made easily, and neither was the announcement of that decision. Every single person who worked on Second Extinction has invested a lot of time and love into making their specific aspect of the game an unparalleled work of art. Now that's kind of my first issue or problem with this particular piece of writing is I think for all the things that Second Extinction is an unparalleled work of art. I think it's stretching it a litll bit, just a little bit. I'd save that for games like The Last of Us and The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2, BioShock, Half-Life, those kind of games that only come along once in a while, and they're just, unparalleled work of arts, or masterpieces as I tend to call them. But Second Extinction I don't think was ever close to that title. Is what it is. I guess they can use whatever wording they see fit. We're incredibly proud of the game that we've made and developed for close to 40 years now. Oh, are you? Are you, though? Maybe, they could be proud of some of the things they've done, but I think it's hard to be proud of the way that this all went down, and the way that things ended. I think that's a difficult thing to be proud of, but hey-ho. If you were following our social media channels and live streams in the weeks leading up to the initial launch date, you've already seen glimpses of what we had in store. The Savannah map, the Acid Bull, and the first truly flying enemy, the Dactyl. So yeah, obviously stuff that I couldn't reveal with all the non-disclosure thing. But yeah, so there's a Savannah map, very African looking, it's a Savannah. It's cool. The Acid Bull, just a giant Diracosaurus looking thing that could shoot acid, which was interesting. And the Dactyl, which is kind of a funny name, but yeah, basically a Pteranodon, a mutated Pteranodon that, would fly around and try and peck your nuts off. So that was great. We look back at the work we did and see the many fans who loved it as much as we do, the countless hours of fun it brought everyone who played it, and the impressive feats of design and engineering that went into creating Second Extinction. I think that's stretching it just a little bit, because as fun as the game was, I don't think it really redefine the genre. So again, impressive feats of design and engineering. I think that's more reserved for things like the Eiffel Tower and the Golden Gate Bridge, stuff like that. Those are impressive feats of design and engineering. Second Extinction is really not. We took a wild idea that had never been done in this capacity before and made a kick-ass game. Yeah. That is something to be proud of. And sure, I can agree with that well enough. It was a kick-ass game. I liked it, In our hearts, we know that we made the best game we could possibly have crafted. And okay, I'm making fun of them now. And we will take all that pride, the love, and the learnings into the games that we make from this point forward. I don't think they made the best game they possibly could have. I don't think they handled things in the best way they possibly could have. So this is kind of where my problems with this love letter start to come into play, is they kind of built themselves up a little bit. And it's weird, I don't know, it just comes across as weird to me about how they're wording these things. At this point, we'd like to thank all of the awesome people who made Second Extinction possible. I've read this dev letter a couple times, and this is really where my main, issue and just kind of, red flag, as they say, happens. And so they're giving acknowledgments and credits to all the people who helped them along the way with this game and everything. So who do they thank first? Their backers, their early access people who bought the game and everything. Maybe, I don't know, their friends and family. No, not really. They thank themselves. Damn it, dude. So yeah, we'd like to thank ourselves for being a spontaneous and dynamic, persistent, and imaginative dev team. Yeah, so is it just me, or is that not weird to put yourself at the very top of a credits and acknowledgement list. It's like, you know, I'd like to thank everyone who helped me along the way and brought me to the position that I am in now, you know, and so here is everyone that helped us along the way. So first off, I'd like to thank, well, us, because we're literally the best. And, you know, we can't be beat, really. We're pretty freaking great, you know. I think that along the way we did everything right that we possibly could have and handled things pretty much perfectly. Actually, literally perfectly, because we are, like I said, the best. Yeah, so that's how it comes across to me, and I could be misreading this, but I don't think so. I think this is a really weird thing to put in your acknowledgement section, to kind of put yourself first, and it just comes across as self-serving to me, and a little bit arrogant, a little bit ego-driven, and really weird. I don't like it. It gives me a bad vibe. You know, as always, you guys can leave your comments and let me know if you think I'm crazy on this one, or if you agree with me and think this is a little bit weird. But anyway, so yeah, they obviously they go on to thank, you know, some other people, their orchestra. Then they have some words from their creative director, their lead producer, and their community manager. So I'm not going to read all that. There is one thing that I did want to touch on here. So this is from their lead producer, Mike Vorobiev. Second Extinction has a ridiculous amount of awesomeness regardless of the angle you look at it from. Just being a game about dinosaurs is already a massive win. No, it's not. And this is the problem with so many dinosaur games, and it always kind of has been. I think the biggest hurdle maybe has been the fact that, you know, they go in unprepared and everything, and things don't turn out, as, you know, we all know by the hundreds of dead dinosaur games that are out there. We know that to be true. Aye, that be true. If they went into this thinking that, then no wonder the project turned out the way it did, because having dinosaurs in your game does not equal an automatic W for you. You gotta back that up with fun game concepts, good mechanics. I mean, having dinosaurs is cool, and I love dinosaurs, they're great, but you have to back that up with some sort of anything. The fact that this is the lead producer, I mean, look at Primal Carnage, like, I mean, you know, it's not exactly a massive W of a video game, and it's got dinosaurs in it. It's got a lot of dinosaurs in it, actually. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that because I feel like it's relevant to, you know, dinosaur games kind of just dying and dinosaur games not being as successful as people hope. I think it's just another weird thing in this article that kind of comes across to me as just a bit strange, you know? Like, I'm not a game developer, but if I was, and if I was making a video game about dinosaurs, I mean, you know, step one, okay, we got the dinosaurs, that's cool. But there's so much more to it, you know. It's not just about the dinosaurs. There's got to be other things there. Humans don't even have to necessarily be there with Path of Titans or the Isle or whatever. But you got to have fun systems in place. You got to have a solid framework for a game there. Otherwise, the whole thing falls apart, just like any other game. It's just another weird thing. And in this article, they don't really touch on. Well, they don't touch at all on the whole, you know, radio silence for 9 months or whatever it was. You know, that whole thing, that whole elephant in the room, so to speak. And I think that's very telling of where we're at and where you know, where Systemic is at and everything. Yeah, I gotta say, this love letter is very much to me not that at all. It's kind of a self-serving, weird piece of writing that just makes me feel even more depressed about the whole situation, and definitely not really in favor of trying out a Systemic or Avalanche game anytime soon. As always, give me your thoughts down in the comments below. I'd be very curious to hear what a lot of you have to say about this, and if you agree with me or not. If you think I'm misreading this and everything and kind of reading too much into it or whatever, let me know. Thank you all very much for watching. The support for the channel is always appreciated. Much love, take care, and until next time.